All right, hello and welcome everybody to the City Council meeting held on August 6th, the Wednesday, 2025 at 5:30. Can I get a consideration to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Kathleen?
Second.
Paul? All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. On to payments and claims and ACH payments.
So moved to approve.
Sue?
Second.
Paul? All those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. On to new business. 12A, consideration to accept agenda request. Pat Branstad.
We need a motion.
Oh, can I get a motion?
So move.
Second.
Kathleen? Paul? Yes, ma'am.
approved.
Yep.
I knew you would be.
Do we have to vote? Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
yes.
sorry.
Yeah, all those in favor?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm voting.
Yes.
Yep. All opposed? Motion carries. Pat?
Okay, thank you. First of all, thank you for letting me come and talk to you about this tonight. I think you all you got a copy of all this stuff, so I won't insult you by trying to read through it all, but I do want to highlight a few things. First of all, I'm representing Climate Smart St. James, volunteer organization that's been operating. It organized originally in about January and then had our first meeting, I believe, in February of 2023. So in the last 2 years, have been doing a lot of work engaging the community, finding out interest areas that people are passionate about, and also providing educational and awareness opportunities. So with that, what you have in front of you is a copy of the proposal that we submitted to the Southwest Regional RSDP, I'll give it to you, Regional Sustainable Development Partnership. That is part of the U of M extension, okay? This is a proposal that was accepted by them already, so we're moving forward with it. I wanted to let you know what it is and what it's not. It is a feasibility study. The area of organic waste collection has been a high priority for people ever since we've been meeting. And this was our response to finding out what are some options out there. What you have in front of you is a little bit of background on the motivation, the background for this proposal. As we were developing it, we reached out to people in the community that stakeholders who we identified as having potential interest in the project, as well as people who could add to the discussion, people who had important information, background information that would help us as we were moving forward. And you have a list of those people who accepted that invitation. And then you have the purpose and the potential impact of the feasibility project, the feasibility study as we proposed it to the RSDP. It's kind of like the why part of it, okay? Then I summarized the project activities and goals to help you be aware of what's going to be happening here. I think you can read through that, see what the local project team members will be doing. The goal 2 is the part that is mostly, how would I say this? Mostly falls on the shoulders of our local team, and that is providing awareness and education. And so if you look to the bottom of the second page, the second sheet of paper at the bottom, engaging and motivating the community to reduce organic waste. We know people want to get rid of waste. All of our waste right now goes into garbage, sent to landfills. And there are a lot of people. It's a highly motivated passion for a lot of people to reduce that waste. So you'll notice that our goal at the goal number 2, we're offering a program actually set now for August 25th that will address these issues that are listed there in the bullet points. And then we're looking at a number of field trips. There are lots and lots of models out there for organic waste collection and disposal. They're organized according to the communities, sometimes with county partnerships, sometimes private partnerships, and we've been fortunate enough to network with a lot of people in our region and around the state, and we have some contacts and have identified these 4 field trips that are for community members, and we're inviting city council members to join us on that, to go to see what some of these models are, and think about those models in the context of St. James. What might work? What might not? What are the challenges? What are the issues they faced? What are questions that we would have if it could be implemented here? So it's for people to look at what's out there, expand their knowledge. I know a little bit about a few things. I certainly don't know everything about these. And if you look at them and do any of the research into the programs, you'll find that it covers a wide variety of types of programs. We will also have a number of meetings going around in the community. So my purpose of being here tonight is to let you know what's going on. I don't want you to think that somebody's out there trying to do the job of our city officials. We're responding to what we've heard from people. And so we want to gather information, we want to look at that, and then we'll be hiring a graduate student who will put together a feasibility study, looking at a number of options in the context of St. James, Madelia, Butterfield in our county. So that's the gist of this 4-page interesting reading material for you. I do have some things listed as upcoming opportunities that I'm extending a personal invitation to you. Excuse me, the QR codes will take you to a sign-up form for the field trips, as well as to a program that's called Community Energy Ambassadors that is being offered to you by CERTS, the Clean Energy Resource Teams, and Climate Smart St. James. It's not directly related to the waste collection, but it's another area of interest for people. Energy efficiency, what can we do in our community? There's all sorts of stuff out there. This will help us learn a little bit more about that. So we're looking for people to join us for 2 meetings to become energy ambassadors in St. James. The other things that are on there are a couple of meetings that are coming up. All of these things will also be advertised in the opportunities catalog. So with that, I would welcome any questions that you might have.
I don't believe there's any questions. I appreciate it, Pat. Thank you for coming by and explaining everything.
You sure there's no questions? Okay, thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Pat.
Thank you, Pat.
All right. We'll go on to, there's no action needed. We'll go on to 12B, Minnesota Green Steps Cities presentation. Ms. Buckland.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I am Nadia Buckland, and I am with the Southwest Regional Development Commission, or Region 8, out of Slayton. I also, because of that, am also the Southwest Regional Coordinator with CERTS, or the Clean Energy Resource Teams. So in that case, then, St. James is in my region, while you're not in my RDO region specifically. As part of my role with the Clean Energy Resource Teams, I also provide some support with the Minnesota Green Step Cities program. So they have the Green Step Cities staff, and then some of us regional coordinators also provide extra support to cities in our region, which St. James is one of those cities. And this year, St. James reached steps 4 and 5 all in 1 year. So there are 5 steps in the program. So today I will just give a very, very brief overview of this and some of the reporting that St. James has completed in order to achieve these milestones, and then I will also present an award that I have with me. So if we can go to the next slide, please. All right, so the Minnesota Green Step Cities program, it's a voluntary challenge assistance and recognition program. It's for sustainability and quality of life goals, and it's a free program, and it's a continuous improvement program. And it's managed by a public-private partnership and based upon dozens of best practices. So on the website, there are lots of best practices to choose from for sustainability, to improve sustainability and quality of life in cities in Minnesota. And there are, you can choose from a variety of these best practices based on kind of population size and what your city is really capable of getting done. And as you can see, there are 154 communities that are participating in this program. We just reached 150 this year, so that means that several more have signed on since then. And that means that's 54% of Minnesota's population is involved in this. The biggest one is St. Paul with 295,000 people, and then the smallest city we have is Hewitt with 255. Next slide, please. As far as St. James is concerned, you joined in February of 2017. Current status, like I said, is already at step 5. And then I am not going to go into these next links, of course. Those are just for you. If you are going to be getting the slides in digital format, you can check those out, the St. James Green Step Cities page. And it's all online as well if you just go to Green Step. Their website, and then the St. James assessment file. And so you can see the reporting that's been done, the goals that St. James had, and how they were able to reach those goals. And we can go to the next slide, please. And these are the 5 steps. So, of course, the first step just starts with the city council passing the resolution, which you did in 2017. We have step 2 and steps 3 are reporting action steps. And then steps 4 and 5 are more of those metrics. And the program is working on kind of revamping the reporting requirements for steps 4 and 5. So it'll be a little easier for some of the smaller cities like St. James to maintain those reporting requirements, because there's quite a bit to doing that. And I know Brianna Sanders has been very involved in this, and then also St. James was able to get a Green Corps member this year who really got you over the finish line there with all that reporting that was required. We can go to the next slide. So like I said, steps 4 and 5 are really a lot of measuring and reporting. There's reporting a minimum number of core and optional metrics in step 4 of the previous calendar year. And then in step 5, you're looking at those metrics and you're demonstrating improvement, or you're looking at which metrics you have demonstrated improvement in over the last year. So you have a baseline of information, which is a menu of 115 metrics. That's a lot to select from. And it's basically to identify areas that show improvement and celebrate that success, but then also identifying areas that aren't improving over time. And so that can help you prioritize, the best practice actions that you should work on going forward. So that's basically the purpose of those reporting requirements. And then next slide. And then this is the process. So steps 4 and 5 in the reporting process, there's a worksheet that you can see up there for the cities to keep notes and see trends, and then keep track of the data that they are ready to submit. And then there's an individual guidance document for all 18 metrics. There's an online reporting tool. And then there's follow-up that is provided by the Green Step staff. So if anything is missing, the Green Step staff will let you know, and they're very willing to help with any of the data and reporting requirements that cities might not understand or might have questions about. And then the annual metric report is sent back with the STEP confirmation after all the reporting has been done and submitted. And next slide. And then here you can see, it might be a little bit confusing. It's confusing to me as well. But here you can see the metric report shows all of the data that the city has reported over the years. And what you see circled in yellow shows all the metric categories that were reported in the most recent year as of April 2025. And St. James saw improvement in 8 Step 5 eligible metrics, which is great. And I will kind of go into those metrics a little bit in the next slide here. So these are some of the improved and notable metrics. As you can see, there are the 8 Step 5 eligible metrics are on the left. And then you can see the years 2024 and 2025. So we have things like energy used per square foot in the city buildings. So that went down. Percent of streetlights converted to LEDs, that went up by almost 20% from 2024 to 2025. There was an electric vehicle charging station put in, so there's now 1. And the net number of new trees planted also went up by 5. Stormwater assessment score, let's see, yeah, that one went up. Stormwater climate adaptation stormwater assessment also went up, and then the inflow of infiltration volume to total volume entering the wastewater collection system, that really went down. So that was a big improvement. And then the generation capacity of city-owned and private renewable energy sites also went up. So just pointing out those additional notable metrics as well is the LED street lights. That's 100%, or traffic lights, excuse me, that's 100% of traffic lights are now LED. That's up from 83% just 2 years ago. And then St. James population traveling, the amount of miles that every St. James resident travels is the lowest of all Step 4 and 5 reporting communities. And that is really because there aren't a lot of smaller cities that have gotten to this, to Step 5. So obviously in the metro, people are commuting a lot more, and they're traveling longer distances to get places than they are here. And you also saw an increase in the number of city-owned and private renewable energy generation sites as well. So congratulations. That took a lot of work. And then, of course, the goal is to always keep on improving and looking for other projects and programs and other things that can really help St. James continue to be a sustainable city and have a great quality of life and really attract people to this area. So I would like to present this award. Not sure who I'm exactly presenting it to, but I will go get it.
Yeah, this is your award, Brianna.
This is mine. I'm going to bring it home right now. So here you can see there's blocks for, what was we supposed to say, 2025? Yeah, 2025, because Step 4 and Step 5 are both achieved in the same year. And then for each reporting requirement that is met every year from now on, you'll get another extra block to put up there as well. And then here is your certificate.
Hey, congratulations.
Can I make a comment?
Yes, sir.
I'd like it to be noted that to reach those steps 4 and 5, Climate Smart St. James was very instrumental. If you look at the page, we are referenced in there for the community engagement. So I'd like to have it noted that we were very helpful in you achieving that goal.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right. 12C, we're going to be removing the resolution 08.25.01. I'll be calling Shannon for that.
So Shannon's just going to give an update as to essentially why we're removing the resolution and what action is going to be taken at the next council meeting.
Sure. At a staff meeting earlier today, we determined that we are meeting the threshold for assessment to issue an improvement bond for street project costs associated with 7th Street, 13th Avenue, and Ring Road. We previously didn't know if we were going to reach that threshold, and ultimately we had initiated the process to use a different authority under state statute to borrow money for some of the street costs. We no longer feel we need to do that, and so ultimately we're pulling that resolution. On September 2nd, I'll be presenting a proposal for funding the project costs. Project costs are still the same as what's listed in the letter that was in the packet. We have about, we'll call it just a little under $2,400,000 worth of project costs associated with those projects. We are receiving a MnDOT grant through the local road improvement program for $1,408,174.50 of that cost. And we're looking to finance about $965,000. That will be issued as an improvement in the utility revenue bond, and ultimately we'll be using our enterprise funds, a little bit of tax levy and special assessments to repay those bonds, and we'll have final schedules for you to consider at your next meeting. So happy to answer questions.
No, I think we're good. Thank you, Shannon.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Shannon.
All right. On to 12D, consideration to approve resolution 08.25.02, receiving feasibility report and calling hearing to the 12th Avenue South Highway expansion. Adam.
Good afternoon, or good evening, Mayor and Council. This was the feasibility report, like you said, for the 12th Avenue Highway District expansion. That would be putting in a new road, 12th Avenue from Trunk Highway 4 over to 7th Street. This would be just north of the church and south of the new car wash that is going up there. With this improvement, we'd also be putting in a large stormwater pond that would also, it would serve this development area and also future development areas upstream of this. This project will also create 11 lots for both commercial and multifamily. Also with this project too, there was requirements by MnDOT that we'd have to put in turn lanes on Trunk Highway 4, so that's also included in with this. Other things that are included is the, obviously water main, storm sewer, sanitary is pretty well already installed out there, but there is a few spots where we kind of have to relocate that just because of the location of the pond. Project cost on this, we were looking at, I believe, just shy of $5.5 million. With that, we're going through the 429 process, so the next steps is for you to take action on this, and if you would approve that, then we would be looking at having an improvement hearing at the first meeting in September. We will also have a neighborhood meeting about this project, just so that the general public can come and see what we're doing out there or what the project is prior to that improvement hearing. So with that, I guess I'd open it up for any questions.
Do you have a date for that neighborhood meeting?
I think we're going to set it for, I think it was August 27th.
Yes, August 27th at 5 p.m.
Anything else? All right, I appreciate it. Thank you, Adam. Can I get a consideration to approve?
So moved. Dispense with the reading.
Paul?
Second, dispense with the reading.
Sue? All in favor, raise a hand. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right. 12E, consideration to approve Resolution 08.25.03, authorizing the city manager to enter the fiscal year 2025 Airport Infrastructure Grant Agreement, number 3-27-0137-021-2025, with the U.S. Department of Transportation Federal Aviation Administration.
So the attached resolution will approve our federal grant agreement for the design work related to the 6-unit T-hangar improvement project. The grant amount is just over $113,000 for that design work. Just as a reminder, the total project cost relating to the hangar improvement project is going to be about $1.1 million, and with our funding portion being set at 2.5%, which is about just shy of $30,000. Next year, when the grant opens again, we would be awarded then the construction grant. So. In total, the project, we would spend $30,000, and remember that I have put on $75,000 on our tax levy every year to cover these portions that we have to fund. So this has been accumulating over the last few years to make sure that we can do this project, as the other projects that we've been doing. Is there any questions on that resolution?
If not, can I get a motion?
So moved. Dispense with the reading.
Steve?
Second, dispense with the reading.
Paul? Any other discussion? All those in favor, raise a hand. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. 12F, consideration to approve Resolution 08.25.04, appointing Planning and Zoning Commission vacancies.
So this resolution will appoint Steve Finstead to fill the vacancy until January 1st of 2027, and Jacob Beckus that would fill the vacancy until January 1st, 2028 on the Planning and Zoning Commission.
Can I get a motion?
So move.
Kathleen?
Second.
Sue? Any other discussion? All in favor, raise a hand.
Yes.
All opposed, same sign. Oh, that's a resolution, it's a hand.
Is it?
Yep.
Is it a resolution?
It's a resolution.
Dispense with
Yep.
reading then.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I think we have to
Yeah.
dispense the reading.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
All right, motion carries. We do have Jake Beckus here. Thank you for stepping up, young man. It's good to see that. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to
Is there
hear.
a little muscle going on, a little twisting of the... You can tell us.
All right, 12G, consideration to approve new hire for the temporary sidewalk intern.
So the mayor, myself, and Brianna and Chad did have interviews with 2 candidates, and Owen Keel was hired as the temporary sidewalk intern for the purpose of completing our sidewalk inventory project that is in connection with the Active Transportation Planning Assistance Grant. He did start this past Monday for his onboarding. The rate of pay is set at $15 an hour, not to exceed $1,500 as approved at the June 17th council meeting.
So move to accept the new hire.
Sue?
Second.
Kathleen? Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. 12H, consideration to approve purchase request, Water Department Fleet Vehicle.
I can speak on this one. I know, I'm getting Bill off the hook on this one. So the water department's requesting permission to purchase a fleet vehicle, a 4x4 Super Cab SRW with a front plow and a lift gate. The vehicle is going to replace our current 2015 F-350. The trade-in in that amount is $21,500. We are obtaining this new vehicle on state bid. The price of the vehicle not on state bid is about $65,000. On state bid is about $43,000. This has been budgeted and is being funded through the Capital Equipment Fund. We did set the budget at $50,000, so we are coming in under budget, which is very appreciated. Thank you, Bill.
Look at you go. All right.
So moved.
Paul,
Second.
Steve, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Congratulations. All right, 12I, consideration to approve first reading of proposed ordinance 031, fourth series signs.
This, we had, this amendment was suggested by the Planning Commission about 2 meetings ago in reviewing the sign permit guidance and regulations. The Planning Commission had felt that we needed to be more specific on material type. And so they instructed me to put together a amendment on the sign ordinance. We did have a public hearing at the last Planning Commission meeting on July 28th, I believe was the day. And then we didn't receive any public comments on this sign ordinance on the materials. Essentially, we want materials that can withstand the weather and are well maintained. Just in our business areas. That's it.
All right.
So this is all signs, but business signs you're saying? I didn't catch that part.
Yeah, it's sign permits for within a business district.
Okay.
Yep. So that would cover, your whole downtown, the industrial park.
So move dispense with the reading.
Sue,
Second, dispense with the reading.
Kathleen, any other discussion? All those in favor, raise a hand. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right. All the fun stuff's done. Sue, do you have any reports?
Just that the bubbles were fun last night. I had a great time with that. Woo-hoo.
Yes.
And the fair was a success, and thanks for the people that helped with it. So it was great.
Awesome. Kathleen?
Nope.
Nothing. Mike? Amanda?
I just wanted to give a shout out and a thank you to the police department, especially Seth Ranke, for taking on National Night Out. It was a very successful and well-attended event. So just thank you very much for everything you do.
I have the
Chris.
movie. The movie for this weekend, August 8th through the 10th, is Freakier Friday. This feature is rated PG. It's 1 hour and 51 minutes long. Freakier Friday is a sequel to the 2003 film Freaky Friday, featuring a 4-way body swap between the original mother-daughter duo and 2 new characters as they navigate the challenges of merging families. Movie starts on Friday and Saturday at 7 p.m., Sunday at 4 p.m., and tickets are $5.
Paul?
No.
Steve? Department heads? Nothing. All right. That, can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Steve? Paul? All those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries, and that is meeting adjourned at 6:03. Thank you.